Hey folks, Jonathan here. Messing around with the old 46 Dodge a little bit today. I just wanted to try to get some wheels on it to try to make it look a little bit better. You know, I got a lot of people that that come here, you know, whether it be a customer coming to pick a vehicle up or something like that, you know, they sort of think I'm crazy messing around with rusty stuff like this, but you know, when you get some wheels on it and make it look like it's, you know, rolling a little bit, it's not as bad, I guess. Anyway, this is a W15. This is a 3/4 ton truck. The quickest way you can tell being a long bed, but also the lug pattern. This is not a it's not a 5-on-4.5 with the lug bolts. This is a 5-on-5 with lug nuts. It's got studs instead of the bolts. So I'm sure that the lug nuts are still backwards on one side, but you know, that's not a big deal. But I want to try to get some wheels on it, and these rims here are, I think maybe that one would be savable. This one is definitely not savable. Now this is the old original style. Let me look at this one. Yeah, that's a later model wheel. And we don't have the little clips for the hubcap. And this one is probably too rusty to save. And let me see, we'll look at the last one. Yeah, it's probably the only one that's okay. But we're going to try to get something on to roll. Now the only problem I see, because I've never tried to do this, and I don't know if anybody has, I'm sure they have, but the only problem I see is this has got 1/2-inch lug nuts. And I believe that the 5-on-5 Chevrolet pickups has got 7/16 lug nuts, I think. I'm not positive. And it looks like the center hole's pretty big in this. So, but it don't look like it's hub locate. It looks like it's lug locate, so that may not matter. But anyway, I do have some chrome wheels, but I've got a set of like Chevrolet pickup rallies I'd like to just stick on it. I've got 3 of them with good tires, or not, well, they're old tires, but they're up and they stay up. And so anyway, we're gonna see what we can figure out here. And I wanted to say a couple other things too. You know, I'm still having trouble with videos getting demonetized, and I looked, and I think the last 12 videos that I've put up has been demonetized. And I don't think it's the algorithms that's doing it. I think I've got somebody flagging my videos, and pretty sure that's the problem. And even the video that I put on with the recovery of the Toyota truck the other day, you know, there was no words in there. I didn't talk, I didn't say anything the whole video, and it got demonetized. So I don't think the algorithms could have picked up any words, because there was no words in it. So but anyway, not a big deal, and it's kind of one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and make more videos. You know, I'll just keep making them, keep slapping them on, and if you like them, that's fine. If you don't, it's not a big deal. All right, somebody had said something about this thing in the background. It's Astro, so I figured I'd show you. I'm gonna pull the wheels off of it. Them tires, like I said, they're no good, but 3 of them hold air. But I sort of like them rims, but of course I'm in their Chevrolet rims, but we're going to maybe have something I can sit on the roll anyway. But this was actually a pretty good running, driving vehicle, and an oak tree fell on it. And it wasn't no little oak tree either, it was a big one. So just fell straight down the roof. Kind of weird, but so and then it sat for a few years. So, but it's got a 4.3 Vortec, 700 R4 in it, and I picked it up the other day, and it's been sitting at somebody's place in the back, right where the tree fell on it for years. So anyway, so battery's dead on my forklift, and can't get to it to jump it real easy. So I'm just gonna take the cable out and grab the doorpost, and actually just pick up this side of this thing, see if we can get get the wheels off of it anyway. All right. I got the wheel lift up under the front here. Can't get into the side of it where I want to get. So. gonna get them wheels off and go from there. Now we can get this side off. This is the one that was flat. It might pop back out on the bead. This was probably low, and then when I went to winch it up on the truck, let's say it popped loose. So we'll try to get some air in it. Anyway, we'll get up. All right, we got the wheels here. We're back around here. I think I was wrong. I think the 6-lug truck is the one that has the 7/16 lug nuts. I think this 5-lug Chevrolet had half-inch. So, like I said, I don't know if they're going to fit on or not. We're going to try and maybe at least get it up off the ground. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, here goes nothing. Let's see if one of them will fit on there. All right, now that I look at them, I see that these look like they're 9/16 studs, and maybe that's why I was thinking that they looked a little big compared to the 5-lug Chevrolet. So we'll see. Oh, like it was made for it. Okay, I'll show you something here. I probably wouldn't run it like this. There's not much taper inside that wheel, and this taper here, I think there's a difference in the taper. This has got a steeper taper, and with it being a bigger nut, it don't look like it fits into the taper, so I don't think it would line up right. So before I would run these wheels, if I was going to run them with this hub and this lug nut, I would take a tapered reamer, find out what degree this is, and actually re-angle the holes in the wheel so these go in like they should. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, but like I said, we're just trying to get it up off the ground, and I think that'll work for it. So we'll go ahead and get them on there and see what it looks like with them on. Okay folks, before we stick this last wheel on, I got this one all aired up. I put a new valve stem in it and broke it down and cleaned it up, put some grease around the bead, but and I forgot to grab my other beauty ring down there. I figured, not necessarily going to want them on the truck, but I just don't want them to get lost from the wheel, so I've got to run and get it. But I grabbed one of these lug nuts that was on the truck and one of the lug nuts that was on these rims, and I want to show you the difference. You know, I can't use the lug nuts that was on the van. So, and I'm not necessarily going to run these wheels. I was just need to get a roller. You know, they're a little better, I guess, than putting Mustang wheels on it, but you know, we want to get this thing off the ground. But I'll eventually probably run the same style sets on this, because these are 5-lug Chevrolet, same wheels, so I mean they would fit right on there. I like these rally wheels. I just don't like them on a Dodge pickup. You know, these would be nice on my 91 Chevrolet truck I got or something. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, I went and got my angle finder. This is a lug nut off the 46 Dodge. This is a lug nut off the van. And I want to show you the importance of this. You know, a lot of people don't pay any attention to stuff like this. And this is what you got to watch. Okay, I checked the angle. It'll be hard to show you here, I'm sure, but we're going to try to get it where you can see it. I checked the angle on this lug nut, which is the angle of the taper. And I'm coming up with 59.6, which is, you know, it's upside down, but 59.6, which is, it's basically 60 degrees. Is exactly what it is. So we want to check this one to see what it is. And it is way less. So let me set it up and I'll show you. Okay, so this one, if you put it right in place, I'm showing 44.9, and I know that's upside down, but it's 44.9, which is, you know, we're basically at 45 degrees. So what's going to happen is when you put this lug nut on that wheel, you're not going to get full contact, and that's not a good thing. It's probably not going to self-center right, because when it goes in and hits, it's actually going to go in and gouge in and not, you know, not move the rim and self-locate. And these are lug located rims, and when I say lug located, the taper on the lugs is what keeps the rim centered. A hub located rim, the hole in the center of the rim keeps it located. Well, we're not dealing with that at all here. So what we really would need to do if we was going to run these wheels and running this lug nut is to take a tapered reamer, or well, whatever you want to call it, you know, a countersink, as long as it's 45 degrees and big enough, and go in there and taper all these rims for a 45-degree lug nut. And because, you know, it is a 9/16 stud, so that, you know, might be able to find the right angle lug nuts, but you know, of 60 degrees, but I doubt it very seriously, because, you know, like I said, one side's left-hand thread. So that's something to definitely watch for on lug nuts. 45 and 60 is the 2 degrees that I've run into over the years, and you know, the bigger trucks are the same way. You'll run into that on just about everything. A lot of the older stuff was 45, a lot of the newer stuff 60, and but that's something to watch. So anyway, let's get this other wheel on, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, we got some wheels on it, got it where it'll move. That was the important part, but which probably ain't gonna do much good, seeing how 3 of these wheels are locked up, 3 of the hub. But I think I can play with it and get them unlocked. The driver's side rear, I got it to turn back and forth a little bit, but pretty hard, but the rest of them are stuck. But I would rather play with it a little bit, try to get them freed up some before I go to taking it apart. But my next deal with this is to order parts. So it's going to be a little while before we do anything to it, but what I want to order is a water pump. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on it, because I don't want to until I know for sure that the engine is going to be okay. So we'll order a water pump, and we'll go ahead and tear the carburetor down, clean it, and get it back together, hopefully without buying a kit. And it's going to, I'm sure, need a fuel pump, but we're not going to buy it yet. We're going to run a gravity tank. What I want to do is get it to where I can get antifreeze in it or water in it, whatever, and run it a while and make sure there's no, you know, crack block or bloat head gasket or anything like that. So we'll get the radiator cleaned out. And I had another old headlight I set there, but we'll try to locate a couple lights to put on it. Yeah, like I said, the guy that I got this from is actually looking for the title, and he says he's pretty sure that he's got it. I don't know whether it was ever in his name or not, but if he don't, I'm going to go ahead and call the inspector and get him out and go ahead and do a bond on this truck, because I really like it. I think the truck, to a lot of people, I'm sure looks bad with all this rust, but I like it. I really like it. I've liked these things forever anyway, you know, the body style. And I was reading, and they was talking about how far behind Dodge was on their body style compared to the others, and I think that might be what, you know, what draws me to it. It sort of looks older than what it really is, I guess, but I think it was stylish, if you ask me. I really like the design of it. We'll try to get some chrome together for the front there, and try to straighten a few things out on it. And I've got, like I said, I got a driver's door that's rusted just like the one that's on it, except it's not rusted at the bottom, you know, through real bad. It's about the same as this passenger door, so we'll get it on it eventually. And but I'm going to hold off until I can get the engine started and again, and, you know, make sure it's not heating or anything. And I think that's our main goal, is to check that all out, and then we'll go from there. But it seems to sit up pretty tall and proud with them wheels on it. I figured, you know, it don't look like it's slouching any, and that's probably not a good thing, because it probably rides like a 2-wheel donkey cart, but don't really matter to me. Anyway, all right. Appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, bye.